Man, what's good with y'all, man? You know what I'm saying? I ain't posted on this channel in over a year. Hey, but man, I ain't gonna cap. This is not your typical podcast. You know what I'm saying? Cause we keeping it typical prickable. You know I'm looking like residual. I'm just kidding. I'm not a rapper, brother. You know what I'm saying? But as y'all know, the channel has changed to Hood Investments. Hood Investment. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm gonna keep it hood with you. You feel me? That mean, you know what I'm saying. When I say hood, I'm gonna keep it real. You feel me? But this topic of today's video is top 5 things you shouldn't spend money on. We go through the list. I created a list of top 5 things that you should never spend your money on. Some of these might be controversial topics, but hey, hear me out all the way to the end. You gotta be patient. Patience is key, you know what I'm saying, baby? All right, the first one, this might be controversial. The first one is restaurants. You shouldn't spend your money in restaurants. Let me tell you what I mean by that though. If you're financially free and pretty much like you're not drowning in debt, you're not living paycheck to paycheck, I feel like you should be able to be cool and you can go to the restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Take your girl out. Take your homeboys. You know what I'm saying? You can go there. But if you currently have debt or you just currently living paycheck to paycheck, I feel like you should not be spending your money at restaurants. I feel like that's raps because restaurants, especially with inflation being so high than normal right now, I ain't gonna give you statistics because I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm not too sure what's the numbers right now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't looked at it in a minute. But the fact of the matter is, you know what I'm saying, you you will be spending more money than ever. Like let me tell y'all a little example. Boy, I went to Raising Cane's, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. I got me just a sandwich. That dang sandwich was $11. I'm like, whoa, where'd this come from? And I didn't get much. I just get, I get my little special order, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it shouldn't cost that much at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But on average, if I was to get a meal for me and my family, average of $44. Imagine if I used that same $44 at a grocery store. You know what I'm saying? That $44 at a grocery store would last way longer. It would last way longer than it would at a restaurant because when you eat at a restaurant, it's for that period of time. You know what I'm saying? It's just for that small period of time. That small period of time. That's only one meal. Remember that. It's only one meal. You can might like if you go to the grocery store, you might can make a couple of meals. I'm not saying inflation didn't affect the grocery store as well, which it has. But you can make them more than one meal depending on what you get. You know what I'm saying? So stay out of the restaurants if you have debt at the moment. And even if you debt free, that don't mean splurge on restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Of course, enjoy yourself, enjoy your money, but don't splurge. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, you know what I'm saying? I grew up the way I grew up. They I was eating out constantly, even though I was living most likely below the poverty line. I ain't go cap to you. I grew up in the hood. You feel me? But that's besides the point. Stay out of the restaurants. Second one. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. You know what I'm saying? I don't think y'all ready for this one. The second one you should never spend your money on is explicit content. I'm going to tell you what I mean by explicit content, such as OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? You should not be spending money on that period. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have an addiction to that stuff, man. Like somebody would rather pay for it than look at it on for free. I'm not saying go look at it for free, but why spend your money, especially you in a financial situation? See, that's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, we would never be able to grow as, a group of individuals. Somebody giving somebody they don't, I'm not knocking them. You know what I'm saying? You do you, boo. You do you, make your money. But at the same time, I want to influence as many people as I can, because at the end of the day, that's not a smart financial decision. And it also depends on the purpose. Like some people, they on there doing different content. But at the same, you know what type of, I said explicit content. Don't spend money on explicit content at any cost. At any cost, do not spend money on explicit content. All right. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of big names, you know what I'm saying? Like third, weed, alcohol, cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Weed, alcohol, and cigarettes. Hey, I understand y'all might need y'all little, you know what I'm saying? I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I get you. I get you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, how the finances look, you know what I'm saying? Especially cigarettes. I think I don't know exactly how much they cost, but I got family that smoke that stuff every single day. 2 packs a day. And I'm talking about, and they in a financial situation. They struggling, you know what I'm saying? But it's like they so addicted to it. Oh, I need this over taking care of this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying no names. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather have this, even though it's putting me in a financial downfall, over because I need this. See, when you get out of that mindset of I need, you know what I'm saying? When you say I need, you giving yourself that victim mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's not a need, it's a want. Make sure you financially situated before you splurge on things. And I understand like cigarettes is being a big addiction, weed is an addiction for people, even alcohol is an addiction for people. You know what I'm saying? Get help. You know what I'm saying? Get help, and I recommend, like, especially if you're extremely addicted to that stuff, the way I say, you should slowly start decreasing your intake on that. So that way, you know what I'm saying, you could eventually get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Think about how much money you spending. Like, create a budget. You know what I'm saying? Create a budget and follow that budget. If you want a cigarette budget, have a cigarette budget. If you want alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Have that. But at the same time, you don't want to be spending half of your income on that. You know what I'm saying? I know a couple of people that have told me stories that as soon as they got paid, they was broke because they went to the weed shop. You know what I'm saying? And they spent all their bread and they got lit. You know what I'm saying? But look, you smoking up your money when you can be preparing yourself for your financial future. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm off of that topic. You know what I'm saying? Another one, y'all might disagree with it. Hey, if y'all disagree, y'all disagree. But lottery tickets is the fourth one. Do not spend your money on lottery tickets. It's just simply a waste of money. You know what I'm saying? What is your chance? I don't know the statistics of, on the average America, how much money do people actually spend on that stuff? Like, you can just think about it, especially if you really buy lottery tickets. Think about how much money you spend on just purchasing it. Did you win yet? Did you win yet? You know what I'm saying? If you win, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? But how many of them people that don't know how many people won the lottery and they broke in a few years? You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to handle their money correctly. Don't try to go for the quick money. You want to create residual income. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go for that quick. You don't want to be, even though all quick money don't mean it's bad, but at the same time, you want to be able to build the financial knowledge and that base. You got to build that foundation up before you can just start building a house. You ain't built the foundation. That how you gonna put a house on without foundation? You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like lottery tickets is. Hey, the fifth one. Last but not least, do not spend your money on women. I'm gonna let you know what I mean by that. Oh, hold on, ladies. Hear me out, baby. Hear me out. I'm talking about in a sense of expensive first dates. I don't know what may be your output on expensive first dates, but say if I'm taking a lady out, I don't feel like I should be required to have give expensive first dates, because let me put it like this. Because if you give them that expensive first date, first of all, a lot of dudes, they do things to try to make themselves look what they're actually not. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make it seem like, oh, I got this, when you really don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Because then they go be with. I'm not saying all women. I'm not saying all women at all, but some will be attracted to what you can provide. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it should be, you should be able to think about it like this. Like, you should be able to make a creative, thoughtful first date. I feel like that should be more appreciative in this world. You know what I'm saying? And if she's the one, and lay out your guidelines and lay out what you expect in a relationship right there on the first date. You know what I'm saying? That's it's not a video about dates, but I'm just giving y'all a little advice. Expensive first dates, do not do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna review the topics for you guys just in case you forgot. Now, 5 things: restaurants, explicit content, weed, alcohol, cigarettes, lottery tickets, and women. That's my top things. 5 things on you shouldn't spend your money on. Next week I'm gonna catch y'all, and and let's just keep hanging, man. We chilling, we vibing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, comment down below though. I want to know what y'all think about it. Hey, catch y'all on the next one. That's a fact.